Welcome back. We're Chris and Jen, a couple of hardworking Canadians who love a good time and can also be a little goofy. Where we live, it gets really cold in the winter with a ridiculous amount of snow. We own a boat and dreamt of a place we could enjoy it year-round. Her name is now playing, and after a crazy amount of research, we found Belize. We bought 5 acres, and after realizing it had no road access, we ended up buying another 6. We fell in love with the area. Hopkins Village is the friendliest place in Belize, and we are just a few minutes away up the City River, close to the beautiful Caribbean. We brought now playing 3,800 miles to her new home. It was the adventure of a lifetime. What a major step toward our dream.
In episode 11, we showed you guys where the property is as of February 2023. This episode picks our story back up in January 2020. Over the almost 4 years, we have been through many crews. We just lost another one, and it was time to find someone else. Our neighbor Dawn mentioned we should talk to Junior. After speaking with Junior, I hired him on the spot. We feel so incredibly lucky to have met him. He's a huge reason why CocoDuna looks the way it is. The design is all me, but making it happen is all Junior. He runs a tight ship down there, takes great pride in his work, and does everything with a smile. Love you, man. Time to get to work. The machines were back and the clearing and grading continued. It doesn't look like much in these pictures, but every little thing we did got us closer to our dream. The cost of the machines every day was really adding up, so we decided to purchase a backhoe. We didn't have much money, and when I found one for cheap, I went for it. We put that old girl to work right away. Here we are at Adora's beautiful gardens. This is, he puts his shades down because he wants to look good for the camera. Wait, give us one of these. So yes, this lovely lady, she has the best nursery center in town. There's no gray hair. I photoshopped that out. What do you want to be, blonde?
No.
Guatemala! So we got, I think, 5 fishtails plus a bunch of babies. A collection of other green things that I'm sure Junior will tell me what they are. Oh yeah.
Canap.
And we don't believe him, but you know.
Green leafy.
And
Canap.
oh yeah, this is gonna help.
Mahogany in that.
Mahogany, yeah, I heard of that one.
And
Royal
this
palm,
one,
yes, I
Royal
know what
palm.
those. That's the only one I can identify. I can tell you the royal palms all day. Oh, and the fishtail.
Oh, there you go.
You know why I can tell? Because they're big.
Yeah.
And we filled in the gardens nice, but the dog has other things in mind. Hey, what are you doing over here? We lost the pin on the backhoe on the way over here. John and Adora were just up the road, so we loaded everything up and headed back to the property. Okay, we have opened up the nursery. Junior's taking a couple babies right now. Fishtail.
Right,
Fishtail palm. And we are gonna relocate all these palm trees, and there's quite a few in here that look like they're doing pretty good. It's amazing how machines with the proper guidance can transform the land from a swamp into something amazing. It still looks like a mess, but we are making progress, I promise.
One thing we haven't shown much of in the videos is the incredible amount of wildlife. This croc is a little guy, maybe 6 feet long, but they can easily reach 12 feet or longer. The amount of wildlife we see everywhere is amazing. Just driving down the road, you can see so many cool animals. These are my favorites. Our trips have always been about the property, but this was the first time we were going to do some touristy things. Chris's dad Jerry and stepmom Ula came to visit from Poland, and we took Now Playing out to the reef where we had a great time. We enjoyed fresh lobster, loads of snorkeling, and just hung out. Back on land, Chris and the girls decided to drive to one of Belize's amazing Mayan sites. Zunantunich is the modern name given to this 14 to 1500-year-old collection of ruins and means Maiden of the Rock, which refers to the female ghost that is said to inhabit the site. The large area was discovered around the 1890s and sits above the Mopan River in western Belize, close to the Guatemalan border. It is believed that the site was of great civic and ceremonial significance to the entire area that had over 200,000 inhabitants. We hired a local guide that was absolutely worth the money and toured the site for 2 to 3 hours. The site consists of 6 plazas surrounded by 26 temples. We hiked the 130 feet to the top of El Castillo, the largest pyramid and the second tallest structure in Belize, passing chambers full of bats, and the view when we got to the top was breathtaking. Emily showed no fear sitting at the edge. We hung out for a while and took some pictures, enjoying the view toward Guatemala. Then it was time to head back to the boat. We were exhausted.
Family was gone. We had such a great time. It really gave us a taste of what it will be like when CocoDuna is done. Now back to work. So many things left to do. Because we had so many problems with the nursery down by the river, we created a new one on the edge of the orchard. Hopefully everything does better here and those damn crabs leave our stuff alone. I know it doesn't look like it, but the work on the 6 acres was coming along nicely. We did, however, have to dig out a stretch of the driveway. Man, I thought it was done. When we first raised it, we used topsoil. Mistake, and it just never became solid, so I had to have them dig it out. We then could put down clay that will become a great base for the driveway. Not the first time, or definitely not the last time, I have done something twice. Remember, fake it till you make it. Walking around the property let me realize so many important things were getting close to finished. Just having areas graded made such a huge difference. This drainage pond was looking great. Our ditches and culverts were working to perfection. The tide was rising and you can clearly see the water flowing in, just like I had hoped. The road is solid and the ditches along the property edge do their job amazingly well. Walking toward the river and the 5 acres, it's actually starting to look like I had always envisioned. I have this gift that I quite often take for granted, and that is, I can see something finished. I had a vision right from the beginning of starting with untouched jungle, knowing what needs to be developed all the way through each stage to where we are now, entering the finishing stages. As you can see, we had emptied the first nursery of quite a few of the plants and palm trees. From the very first time we set foot on this property, we knew we had 2 major problems. The first was how low the property was, and the second was the amount of erosion that was being done to the riverbank from the boats. Every trip down, we lost more trees. So this was the trip that we started to build a wall. The wall gave the guys a lot of work, and I had planned on being back in 1 to 2 months. I didn't even put the boat away properly, and then COVID happened.
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And for more real-time updates, you can follow us on social media. Bye!